Hello, welcome to a tutorial on 11.3 AB1. We're going to be creating a circle graph here and then interpreting it as well. A lot going on. This is going to take a little bit here, but I'm going to do it for you. You're going to need a protractor. It says compass, but a protractor will be fine. I'll show you how to use that. Alright, let's get going here. So we've got a middle school class that surveyed 500 families who owns pets. The data below shows the kind of pets the family owns. Create a circle graph to display the data. First thing we'll do is show you how to make a circle using a protractor. Most kids, what they do, watch what I do here, they just trace the whole thing. What they end up with is kind of this oblong thing. Can't really do that. What you have to do is start making a new one. You're only going to go 180 degrees. So start here at 0 and trace to 180 and stop, and then turn it around and do the same thing again. Again, line these guys up. And then you'll have the right amount of degrees in your circle. There you go. Now you've made a circle. The next thing you need to do is you need to find the center of that circle. So once again, I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to put a little line here at 0 and at 180. And then I'm just going to lightly put a little hash mark here, line these guys up, and go like that. And I'm going to do the same thing one other place on the circle. Basically what we're making here is two diameters. And where those diameters intersect, that'll be the center. So let's see. Here we go. There's one, and here's 180. So I can just... So I've located the center of my circle right there. All right, and you can always go like that. Yeah, I was off on that. That's my bad. Here's the center. What I was doing there, folks. So I'll just take and put a little highlight thing here. So here's the center of my circle. Sometimes you have a hole in your protractor that makes that much easier than doing it, but two diameters, intersection spot of two diameters will also find you it. Okay, next we need to figure out what we're actually graphing here. So let's take a look at this sheet, and you're going to do some boxing here to find the proportions. So there's 500 families involved here. So number of families that own dogs is 180 out of 500. So that is going to be proportionate to some number of degrees in a circle out of 360. So we can just box this baby up. We're going to multiply diagonally, and then we're going to divide. So 360 times 180, and then we are going to divide that by 500. We're going to get 129.6. Now, one of the problems with a circle graph is its accuracy, especially given that we're humans and I'm working with, a cheesy little protractor, and I'm not very accurate. So we are, we're going to be looking for something a little bit less than 130. Let's do this one. This is going to be the dogs. I'll just do a couple here. And then the cats are going to be 160. So that'll be 160 out of 500 will be proportionate to some number of degrees out of 360. Again, we'll multiply 360 times 160. 360 times 160, and we'll divide that whole mess by 500. We're going to get 115.2. 115.2 degrees, and that's going to be cats. So going back to our graph then, we've got our circle, we've established a center line, and I'm just going to turn it this way. And the first thing I gotta do is I gotta make a straight line. I'm gonna make a radius. So we've got some place to start with. So I'm gonna make my radius right here, and I'm gonna use part of that line I already used. So there's our first line. Now what I always tell kids to do is to keep that at your 9 o'clock. If you think about this as a clock, 12, 6, 3, and 9. I always like to keep it at my 9 o'clock, my bottom line. So I have to go up 129.2 degrees. We can't get that accurate. 129.6 degrees. Basically, we're going to be looking for 130. So if you keep your line there at 9 o'clock, you can see that these numbers get 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. They get bigger as they go. So here's 130. And I'm just going to try to take just a little something less than that. So now when I connect that with my center point, I will be creating an angle of approximately 129.6 degrees. All right. Now the next one we had was, I think, 115.2, so we're kind of looking for 115. Again, I'm going to turn this here to my 9 o'clock, right here. Kind of got my 9 there. And I'm going to put that thing on there. Now I'm looking for 115. Line up the center with the center. Line up 0 over here, right where it should be. We'll go to 115.2, so just a touch more than 115. And then connect them. Okay, so this was cats. This was dogs. And so on as you work through this. Okay? Now the last part of the sheet, you'll be doing a little bit of interpreting, and you just have to examine some facts like that. Already we can see that, you know, this was basically, you know, I'm just going to put the little round symbol. This is around 130, and cats were around 115. You can already state that in this particular town, dogs are more popular than cats, right? All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.